What is your and your unions, your membership's perspective on all of these initiatives that we're hearing about, with the president now kind of extolling the participation of other unions and getting infrastructure projects done, trying to protect U.S. jobs? Is this something that you think is actually going to bear fruit for workers in the U.S.?
I think it's going to, and we pledged to work with the president where it helps organize labor, and he's doing the right things. I mean, he basically took care of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which we thought would hurt workers here in the United States. He's going to renegotiate NAFTA. He's bringing jobs back with Ford Motor, Chrysler. He stopped Carrier for sending jobs. These are positive developments, so we really are encouraged by what he's done, and hats off to him. This is good. And he seems to be saying the right thing. So where we can work with them, we're going to. We've got to bring good unionized jobs back to this country, and we're doing that.
Mark Cuban had claimed the president was cutting off our economic nose to spite our face, and said that's bad for every American. And then Mike and Art were just talking about the likely prospects of, all of this talk turning into real action. So I guess the question is, are we to take this at, so to speak, face value, that all of this, talk about putting our workers first and putting up barriers and taxing imports, all these things are really going to happen? Is that your, is that your assumption at this point?
Well, so far so good. I mean, he's only been in since Friday, and look what's happened. I mean, he's done amazing things. He's the talk of the town right now, and I'll take him at his word. The markets are up. People are bringing jobs back. They're saying they're going to, put millions of dollars into the American economy. They're going to build factories here. Different people are saying that, all because of what he said, led by Ford Motor and Chrysler. It's amazing what's going on. So let's see if we can keep this up, and if he does that, we're going to continue to work with him.
Mr. Hoffa, I'm just curious, when's the last time you said he's doing amazing things about a Republican elected official?
Well, we haven't anybody like this. He certainly is different, and we'll wait and see. But he's basically doing things that are not Republican by going against trade deals, which Republicans basically like trade deals, and by going against his party and being against TPP and being going to renegotiate NAFTA. We've been talking about that for 20 years, and finally we have somebody doing it. So we're going to join him to help him.
You mentioned that obviously bringing jobs back or preserving jobs, specifically union jobs, would be a good thing, and you're in favor of all that. He has said, for example, that he wants U.S. steel used in various infrastructure products, now perhaps made by union workers. But would there be any stipulations that you would try to set in terms of the workers that are used for any federally backed programs? In other words, will the unions directly get anything back, or at least in the way of commitments from the administration and Congress in all this?
Well, I think when you just talk about Keystone, you talk about building pipelines. He's talking about using, American steel in the pipelines. Those are normally done by big corporations in cooperation with project labor agreements, with organized labor, with the Teamsters and the laborers and other unions. So we know how to do this. We're building pipelines everywhere. But we finally have the green light to do it. So this is all positive, and we can do it.
One final question. We know that we're just reminded recently again about the numbers of union membership that has been going down. And part of the election, you have some states again moving to become right-to-work states. And at the same time, some of your members really like the policies of this president, and he could potentially invigorate them. So, as an organization, what is your strategic move from here when it comes to the American workforce?
Well, it's really too early to tell. Let's see where this all ends up. I mean, we're only like 4 or 5 days into his administration, so, but so far so good. Let's see what happens. I don't know where he's going with this, but when he's talking about Keystone, he's talking about renegotiating NAFTA. That's what we want to hear, and that's going to put people back to work. It's going to keep good jobs here. We're going to stop this hemorrhaging of American jobs going across the border. So I think we're on the right track. So let's see how it goes out. It's really too early to make any big global judgments. Yep. He's only been there 5 days. Let's give him some time.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.